Okay, YouTube family, let's talk about it. Apparently, Charlamagne the God didn't show up to the Tory Lanez interview at the Breakfast Club, Power 106, I think it's called, or something like that. But he didn't show up to it. So fans are losing their minds now, calling him fake, saying that he ducked the fade with Tory, because we know Tory came in full might to speak his situations towards Charlamagne and a lot of the allegations. So people just ain't really feeling it simply because Charlamagne talks a lot about situations and he tells us a lot. Like, he told Tory he was gonna be there and people told Charlamagne not to even show up, and Charlamagne apparently took those advices. Look, y'all, before we carry on with this show and video, I need y'all to support the platform by hitting the like button, hit the notification bell. Thank you for rocking out with I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Make sure you share the video, like, comment, and subscribe. But folks is mad that Charlamagne, who says a lot of stuff, he didn't even come. Like, a lot of people is like, you actually witnessed them being more professional than you would be, and that's all. You know, people are saying a lot, like, you know, Charlamagne would have did something negative. They said Tory should preach about the positivity he did for Dax, you know, things like that. Everybody, but then people wanted to call Tory the little leprechaun who's just, you know, throwing temper tantrums at everybody in here. I enjoyed the interview, you know, I mean, they kept the content on music. And if you actually listen to it, Tory dropped some real gems on being an independent artist, streaming income. That's something a lot of people would like to know out here. You know what I'm saying? But the funny feeling is that this was a DJ Academics interview. He would have definitely said a lot more. That's what I feel about it. Now, Charlamagne was in the green room. They said put an eyeliner. A lot of people were saying things like that. And Charlamagne, some people felt he did the right thing. It was a bogus interview. They were saying they were basically waiting for Angela Yee to start her new show and bounce. Like, basically people ain't feeling the Breakfast Club no more. The energy is different from what they said. And a lot of people just said, what makes them think they can ask this man in an interview about his open criminal case? But you knew Charlamagne would have asked something like that. You know, those reporters and media personalities, it's like, if you blog or whatever, people feel it's literally their job to ask that, and it'll be irresponsible to not ask a guest what your core followers and supporters want to know. Like, what's going on with Meg? What about you and Tory Lanez situation? Is it kicking to the curb, or is it something rolling in court? So if people knew Charlamagne would have asked things like that, that's why I personally feel people asked him not to show up for this interview. You know, it would have been pointless to ask Tory any questions surrounding Meg if you're coming from the standpoint of Tory Lanez. He wouldn't answer any of them. We know he would have beat around the bush and throw it off on the interviewer themselves. I mean, Tory set the tone early in the interview. It was a great interview regardless. You know, no disservice was done here, but people are going to look at it that way because Charlamagne is a key point in being, you know, at that Breakfast Club foremost. No disrespect to DJ Envy. He's known as the simp, the shallow, fragile male. But Charlamagne is known not an alpha, but a man that's like a shock jock. He's the male version of Wendy Williams, which he, no pun intended, actually worked for her years ago, you know, on Hot 97. But Charlamagne would have done the most in this interview. Go ask Birdman if you don't believe me. You know, all three of y'all. Now, I believe Charlamagne the God opted to not do the interview based on Tory not being able to answer the hard questions. Can we all agree to that? But some people will be like, it's the backlash. Tory would be facing back and forth. You know, I just really feel like DJ Envy, you know, he's not the guy for these type of interviews, my personal opinion. Some people stopped after 3 minutes in the interview. You seen what they were writing. Then people said Charlamagne is W for rock. It's a lot of comments. You seen what was being given, but people wanted Charlamagne the guy to give his own self donkey of the day for not showing up. But it's a situation where me personally, I understand Charlamagne the God's side. I understand Tory Lanez side. So it's a good clash of the titans didn't happen. Maybe for media, it would have been something great for everybody involved. But for these two personalities, this was the best outcome. Look, man, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Y'all tell me, was Charlamagne the God in the wrong? Like, who's in the wrong here? I really want to know. Tell me what's the energy. Tell me in the comment sections, and I'll be sure to respond and rebuttal you back. Look, peace, man. Love your family, love your kids. Stay blessed.